Okay, in the previous video we created a main menu for our game. Now, I think it's only natural that we add a game over menu to our game to signal that the game is over. We have two canvases in our game, one is the HUD and the other is the main menu. Now we're gonna create another canvas, a third canvas. This one is gonna be for the game over menu. Game over menu. Now here's what I want to do. When the game ends, aka when our player loses all 3 lives, the screen will fade in, actually not fade in, will cut into black, a black screen. And then we'll have in maybe red color game over, and then beneath that we'll have two buttons. One will be for restarting the game and another for exiting the game. So pretty much the same with our main menu, but just a little bit different in a few steps. Let's create our game over menu elements, starting with the black screen that I mentioned. For that, I want to create an image. Let's set it to black. And then we want this to span the entire screen. So we'll resize that. Then we want a text. We can make this red also. Then beneath it, we're gonna create two buttons. One for the start game, and another exit game. Now for game over menu, we're not gonna create another script. Instead, we'll do the codes for game over script in our menu manager script. We're gonna manage both the main menu and the game over menu in our menu manager. First, just like we did with the main menu and the HUD canvases, let's introduce our game over canvas to our script. Saving this, let's go back to the editor. Now we're gonna put this here. Then at our menu manager start method, we want to set our game over canvas to false. We're gonna deactivate it. Game over set active false. Then we're gonna create a new method. Let's call it game ends. I don't think that's good enough. Let's just call it show game over menu. Now, when the game over menu is shown, both the HUD and the main menu will be deactivated. Our main menu is already deactivated once we start playing the game. So all we need to do is deactivate the HUD. Then we need to activate our game over canvas. Now, unlike the play game and the exit game methods, we're not gonna call the show game over menu through a button. Instead, we're gonna call this when the game is over. In our HUD manager script, we have a method called GameOver, which is called when the player object is deleted, is destroyed, aka it hits 3 obstacles. So once the GameOver method is called, this method will call our showGameOver menu method. For that, we need to introduce our main menu manager script to our HUD manager script. Public, not game object, menu manager, then menu manager. Let's save that and assign it. We need this dragged into here. There we go. Then, how is this? Hold on. Let me see. Alright. We're gonna write menu manager dot show game over menu. We're gonna call the menu manager script show game over menu methods from here. Now let's actually test this to see if it works so far. Alright. Clicking on the play game button will start the game. We'll lose all 3 lives. Awesome. But there's a thing. When the game menu menu is shown, our game is still running. We don't want that. When the game over menu is shown, we want the game to freeze. So just like how we did in the start method, we'll copy this and then put it in the game over menu method. Now let's implement the codes for play game. Actually not this. For restart game and or exit game methods. Buttons, sorry. Our restart game button requires a new method, but on the other hand, our exit game button doesn't need a new method. Instead, we can just go ahead and assign the exit game method to this. Both buttons can use the same method. Then, going to our Visual Studio, let's create yet another method. We'll call it restart game. Now, by restarting, what I mean is this. When the restart game button is clicked, then our scene, all of this will be run again. Restarted again. We'll do that by writing scene manager and then load scene and scene manager get active scene name. So what we're doing right now is first get the name of our active scene that is active, which is this, all of this. Then we say that we're gonna load this again, restart the whole scene. You're gonna see it's just in a little bit when I test it. Let's assign our method to this restart game button as well. Alright, now let's test this so far. We got the main menu, clicking on the play game. Then our game is also paused, just like we want. Our game over menu is here. Then we're gonna click on the restart game button. And you can see that it restarted the entire scene. Now we can play again. Now our game over menus, exit game will do the same. Will do the same as the exit game button in our main menu canvas. It will just stop the runtime. With this, our game starts with the main menu, then runs normally, and switches to game over menu when the player dies. All manager inside menu manager.